Hey guys, today I'm gonna do a video called Racing in the Rain. Part 11, Chapter 11. Wow, we've been so far, and yeah, we are getting close to the end, but not very close. Just kind of. Not. There is 55 chapters. Or 54. Yeah, 55. And I don't know if we're going to make it part 55. That's going to be wrong. But anyways, let's get to it. So, here's chapter 11. Picture everything in your mind, okay, guys? Okay. When I locked in the house, when I was locked in the house, suddenly and firmly, I did not panic. I quickly and carefully took stock of the situation and understood these things. Evie was ill, and the illness was probably affecting her judgment. Also, likely would not return for me. I knew that Denny would be home on the third day. After 2 nights, I am a dog. After 2 nights, I am a dog, and you know how to go without food. For 3 days, I took care to reduce the toilet water. I wandered around the house, sniffing at the crack beneath the pantry door, and fascinating about a big bowl of my kibble. It was able to scoop up the occasional dust-covering Cheerios Zoe had dropped in the corner somewhere, and did my business on the mat by the back door, next to laundry machines. I did not panic. During the second night, approximately 40 hours into my sojourn, I think I began to see things that weren't there. I heard a sound coming from Zoe's bedroom. When I investigated, I saw something terrible and frightening. One of her stuffed animal toys was moving around on its own. It was the zebra. The now living zebra had said nothing to me at all. But when it saw me, it began a dance, a twisting, jerky ballet. It began to tease and taunt a Barbie doll. That made me quite angry, and I growled at the evil zebra. But it simply smiled and continued, this time picking on a stuffed frog, which it rode like a horse. Its hoof in the air like a barn crow rider, yelling out, "Yee-haw! Yee-haw!" I stalked the zebra as it abused and humiliated each other's Zoe's toys. Finally, I could take no more, and I moved in. Teeth barked for attack to end the bruising once and for all. But before I could get the crazed zebra in my fangs, it stopped dancing and stood on its hind legs before me. Then it threw at a stream that ran down its belly, its own stream. It ripped the stream open until it was able to reach it and tear out its own stuffing. It continued to take itself apart, handful by handful, until it was nothing more than a pile of fabric and stuffing. Shocked by what happened, I left Zoe's room, hoping that what I've seen was only in my mind, a vision driven by the lack of food. But I knew it wasn't a vision, it was true. Something terrible had happened. The following afternoon, Denny returned. I heard the taxi pull up and watched his unload his bags and walk them up to the back door. I didn't want to scream, too excited to him. Yet at the same time, I was concerned about what he had done to the doormats, so I gave a couple small barks to alert him. Through the window, I could see a look of surprise on his face. He took out his keys and opened the door. I tried to block him, but he came in too quickly, and the mat made a squishy sound. He looked down and carefully hopped in the room. What the heck? What are you doing here? He glanced around the kitchen. Nothing was out of place. Nothing was amiss, except me. Evie? He called out, but Evie wasn't there. I didn't know where she was, but she wasn't with me. Are they home? He asked me. I didn't answer. He picked up the phone and delayed. Are Evie and Zoe still at your house? He asked without saying hello. Can I speak to Evie? After a moment, he said, and Zoe's here. He said, I'm trying to understand it in myself. You left him here? I couldn't hear what he was being said on the other end of the line, but I could imagine. Then he said, this is insane. How could you not remember that your dog is in the house? He said, he's been here the whole time? He said, very angry. Darn it! And then he hung up the phone and shouted in fierce frustration. A big, long shout that was very loud. He walked through the house quickly. I didn't follow him. I waited by the back door. A minute later, he returned. This is the only place you've used? He asked, pointing at the mat. Good boy, Enzo. Good work. He got a garbage can out of the pantry and scooped the scooping mat into it, tied it closed, and put it on the back porch. He mopped it up in the area near the door. You must be starving. He filled my water bowl and gave me some kibble, which I ate too quickly and didn't enjoy. But at least it filled the empty space in my stomach. In silence, angry, he watched me eat, and very soon Evie and Zoe arrived at the back porch. Then he threw open the door. Unbelievable, he said brutally. You are unbelievable. I was sick, Evie said, stepping in the house with Zoe hiding behind her. I wasn't thinking. Zoe slipped out of behind her mother and scurried down the hallway toward her room. You should have taken him with you, or dropped in the kennel or something, Denny said. I didn't mean to leave him, she whispered. I heard weeping and looked over. Zoe stood in the door in the hallway crying. Evie pushed past Denny and went to Zoe, kneeling before her. Oh, baby, we're sorry. We're frightening. We'll stop. Please don't cry. My animals, Zoe whimpered. What happened to your animals? Evie left Zoe by the hand down the hall. Denny followed them. I stayed where it was. Wasn't going near that room where the dancing fake zebra has been. I didn't want to see it. Suddenly I heard thundering footsteps. Denny hurried through the kitchen toward me. He was puffed and angry, his eyes locked on me. You stupid dog, he growled. He dragged me through the kitchen and down the hall, into Zoe's room, where she sat stunned on the floor in the middle of a huge mess. Her dolls, her animals, all torn and shed. A complete disaster, total ruin. I could only assume that the evil demon zebra had resembled itself and destroyed the other animals after I had left. I should have eliminated the zebra when I had my chance. I should have eaten it, even if it had killed me. Denny was so angry that his anger filled up the entire house. Nothing was as large as Denny's anger. Bad dog! He bellowed and raised his hand. Denny, no! Evie cried. She rushed to me and covered me with her own body. She protected me. Denny stopped. He wouldn't hit her, no matter what. Just as soon when it hit me. He hadn't wanted me to hit me. I know. He wanted to hit the demon, the evil zebra, the dark creature that possessed the stuffed animal. Denny believed the evil demon was in me, but it wasn't. I saw it. The demon had possessed the zebra and left all the bloody scene with no voice to defend myself. I had been famed. We'll get new animals, baby, Evie said to Zoe. We'll go to the store tomorrow. As gently as could, I slunk toward Zoe, the sad little girl on the floor. A surrounded by the rumble of her toys, tears on her cheeks. You guys read the rest. I'll give you some time. You can pause the video if you want. Okay, and wait. Read this as well. Pause if you want. Okay, don't read this. This was so sad. Bye! Subscribe!